Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Witch in the Woods. Sorry we managed to miss the last few days of release. Just typical kind of server issues. Although you'll also notice I have shaved because apparently the people don't like my ability to grow facial hair. Personally, I don't quite like my ability or lack thereof to grow facial hair either. But you take what you get because otherwise I look about 17, which I get trouble. I have enough troubles at my height being cutted as is. Anyways. Before I get massively, distracted, end of the last episode, we were going to be starting out work on the motel, and that is exactly what we will be doing today, whilst I talk about Alfred Hitchcock and all sorts. But first, we are going to require a few, building blocks, because it's not actually that easy to rebuild this location, and I'll get exactly into why in a moment. But let me see. We need a bed. Queen-sized would be ideal, but I don't think we can actually put that into Minecraft dimensions. I think we have to have at least double. We also need a desk, a chair, a large, armed kind of chair, armchair kind of thing. A chest of drawers. I don't know what that's called outside of the UK. I think this is a UK-specific name for it. A bedside table, fairly easy. People does that very well. A door. Easy enough. Desk light, toilet, and shower or bath. Or shower and bath. It was kind of a mixed deal. So I'm going to go through a bunch of parts of gear. I'm going to go rejigger the AE network first is what I'm going to do. Because dang if this thing isn't a little bit funky. Yeah, there you are. Notice it hasn't actually realized because it wasn't connected in the first place. There we go. Right, where was I? Okay, so first on our list there was a bed. Let's take a look. What options do we have? Pretty much we have the carpenter's bed. Ooh, bedside cabinet from Mr. Crayfish. That is going to come in handy. And a bed. What is spawner wrench? No. Craftable? Nope, craftable. Interesting. Huh. Build craftables. A little bit weird. Okay, I feel like we should go with a carpenter's bed, but on the other hand, I don't know for what reason, because, Psycho is in black and white, so it's a little bit hard to actually, gauge whether or not you need that kind of thing. Anyways, carpenter's bed, we'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Let's make the two of them, because you never know, we might actually need it. Nope, I want there. There. Grab it. Stack. They stack. Yay. Right. Let's get that bedside table as well. We need a pair of chests. Boop. There we are. It'd be amazing if I got into this stage of, using AE and I didn't have chests on auto-crafting. That would be pretty hilarious. So, let's see. Bed. Bedside table. We actually have, a dedicated one for that now. Grab a door while we're at it. And we amazingly don't have doors. Oh, I know. Planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So, the reason that I'm getting all of these props together, essentially, that's exactly what I'm getting here, is props. And not just grabbing a whole bunch of ingredients and, wandering over and just, building for half an hour or whatever, is because scale is, a really big important thing when you're actually trying to make a recreation of a set, or of a specific location. Scaling is kind of important, especially in Minecraft, where everything is 1 meter cube. As appropriate. But the problem then becomes that there's a very peculiar thing that you find out about a lot of different movies when you start to look through it. And in the case of Psycho, that happens to be the incredibly limited camera angles. Now, if you think of, a typical movie nowadays, in, a movie, or even just a TV shows especially, you think that they have, a wide range of sets. Often a TV show will have one continuous set left to right across a really big stage. But if we were to make, say, this room as a movie set, then we would have maybe this angle, from that corner to here, and then we would have sort of like here to over there, and the reverse, and then like that, just so that you can basically have people standing where there are normally furniture. So, for example, you could have a cameraman where this wall would be if you wanted like a reasonably far out shot, if you wanted to get all the people's full bodies in place, because there just wouldn't be this wall here, there wouldn't even be this like section, it would just be like the stage. And that's fairly common, and it makes a lot of sense, because it means that you are you're able to be more versatile with your cameras, because you can have cranes, you can have people where there would normally be like a sofa and all that kind of stuff. But if you go back to Psycho, I don't know if this is true, so I'll probably go about to get like a big like painted sign over my face right now saying, hey, I'm an idiot. But if you go and check out the Psycho and just look through it like piece by piece by piece, frame by frame, then what you find out is that there's a very limited number of positions. They're like, specifically, every single camera perspective is done from a place where we know from the layout of the room that there is no furniture. What this suggests, therefore, is that the Bates Motel was a full, solid set, and they didn't just have, like, different pieces to it. So, whenever you see, like, a shot of the door of the, like, room, it's usually done from directly across from the other side of the bed, and all of these other things. Okay, I'm going to need some birch. Doop doop. To get that. And that. To get that. I'm trying to keep everything, like, bright or dark, basically. Because this was done in black and white, so I don't have a very accurate sense of what the colors were. Okay, we actually need an arm chair, so we need birch arms to this. I know those exist in here somewhere, because, like, Bibliocraft is practically famous for that kind of thing. Okay, here we go, armchairs. So let's find birch, that is Sakura. There we go, there's birch. Which requires a birch seat back. Let's make 12 of that. Go on. Right. Now this makes a fair bit of sense, because back then making multiple sets as we do nowadays would have been probably prohibitively expensive. But it's a big problem for us in trying to recreate the motel, because it gives us a very select and limited array of reference material. Now compare this to the first one that we did in, the first build that we did in Chaosville, which was the cabin from Evil Dead. That whole place was one location, yes, but they went through it extensively. There are camera angles for almost every single room from almost every single direction. So we had a lot of reference material to go for there. And I need to search for a shower. I don't know if those exist. Nope, that's definitely not. I know there's XP showers, which we might use. I might have one of those running around somewhere. Nope, Mr. Crayfish has a shower head. Why am I not surprised? But let's see if we can get, like, a bathtub, which we might have to improvise. We'll see. There is actually a bath. Okay. I'm actually still not surprised at this. So we need a button, and then blocks of quartz. Never quartz at that. So can we get, like, a bunch more of that? There we go. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One short. Come on. Could I be more unlucky? There we go. Yeah. Good to have things on crafted status. Although we actually don't have all that much right now. Just like running around in the farms, because there just isn't much need to have it. Like, I think I checked, and I have somewhere in the region of 21,000 ender pearls. I could turn that off if I wanted. I'm at the stage now where I have essentially unlimited resources. Okay, I need one stone block. There you are. There. Get. Okay, and stick that there, and that like that. Let's have a look at this thing. There. Get yourself cleaned up. I don't know what that does. I don't seem to be able to sit in this. And... But we can pick the whole thing up. It's basically like a bed. That's good. A shower curtain would be magnificent, but I think we'll pass for at least the time being. I know there's a toilet in Crayfish. Where was I? Oh, yes. So yeah, we had a whole ton of reference, which meant that we could do a really gorgeous, like, rebuild of the set. Pretty much down to a ratio of, like, 1-to-1, bearing in mind Minecraft's limitations. We can't really do that with what we know of the Bates Motel. It's worth remembering that there have been quite a lot of versions of Bates Motel, owing to the popularity of the movie, owing to the infamousness of the actual set, that kind of thing. Let me see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again of these. So interesting that the materials that go into a bath are exactly the same materials that go into a toilet. I don't know what that says about Crayfish. I am very much preferring not to contemplate what that says about Mr. Crayfish. Right. And that gets us our toilet. Okay. So there is our bath. So the toilet will be the one in which the lead female, for until like halfway through the movie, tosses in the incriminating evidence of documentation of her stealing a whole ton of money, and the bath and the shower head will create our shower-bath combo in which she is brutally savaged by Mrs. Bates. But yeah. Let's see, what else do we need? We have a toilet, we need the chest of drawers, and we need the desk. So your movie previously was One Missed Call, and it is, by modern standards, I guess, it's not like a magnificently horrifying kind of movie. It manages pretty decently, but by and large, it's nothing groundbreaking. Mind you, it was groundbreaking when it was released, but it's sort of like Psycho isn't generally considered to be very scary nowadays, by the same token. And looking at it, you might wonder, why did Lying send us this thing to, like, to watch, because it's really just kind of boring and all this. And the answer is, it's boring for a reason. It's like, oh god, I'm showing my age here. In Buzz Lightyear Infinity and Beyond, the animated series, there's an episode where he and the psychic princess character bond together, and they just like have this thing of, we'll use the vents, they're a cliche for a reason. And the answer is that here, One Missed Call set the standard, pretty much, or at least like very clearly shows you the standard procedure of how a lot of Western, and definitely a hell of a lot of Asian-style kind of horror movies progress. So you have the moments of, okay, we're getting all of these clues, and we're not going to do anything until, like, somebody else dies. Writing desk backboard? Oh, that's Mistcraft. That's interesting. I didn't know there was a backboard for the writing desk. Okay, yeah. Well, we're not touching Mistcraft, especially not on the Bates Motel, anyways. Okay, chest. This is going to turn up a lot. All over that chest. We need a chest of drawers. I don't know if Mr. Greatfish has one. We're about to find out, I guess. Chestnut bookcase? Nope, that's not it. Hungry chest. Various kinds of chest. Oh god. Is there, like, no drawers? Is there, like, no... Am I gonna have to use, like, a filing cabinet for this? Is that what's going to happen? Yeah. Right. Give me a few minutes to try and... Right. Welcome back. So, eventually, I settled on just having 4 filing cabinets. It's not the most elegant of solutions, but I'm afraid it'll have to do, pretty much. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well, well, welty well. So we're just gonna fly back over to our motel build site. And I also brought along a whole bunch of birchwood. I checked out all the different saplings and whatnot that we have, just sort of in supply, and it doesn't seem like we have anything that's of a suitable colour, like, with the possible exception being silverwood, which for obvious reasons we're going to avoid using. Ooh, that's a creeper with some headphones. You know, I have been missing headphones for I don't know how long now. Yeah. Oh, well, what the heck. You bouncy, 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 bouncy. It's been a while since we took out the old broom, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Right, where are you? Come on. Give me your headphones. Oh, guess I already had them. You can go away too. Thank you. Huh. Right. Ooh, hello. Is that a... That's a zombie. Huh. I haven't seen one of you guys in a while. Oh, and apparently a dark mage. I know why you're attacking me. I'm on your side, kiddo. But, you know, fine. You're also gonna be mean? Or... No? Very good. Good boy. You understand the rule of play around here. Right. So we need to lay out a suitably large kind of like grounding area here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Just sort of like start laying out our our motel room on top of, essentially. And Bates Motel is arrayed in a kind of an L shape. As near as I can tell, at least it is. Because as I say, whole like ton of problems with minimalistic camera perspectives. It may have been a budgetary thing. I honestly don't know. I just know that it's causing a problem for me. Which, you know, means it's obviously Satan. Right. So, we have a bedside cabinet around about here. We assume this is where the window goes, which would be strange, but it's facing the hillside, so that's a bit more accurate. And let's take a look at that. Bed drawer. Huh, okay. Maybe I could have used like 4 of these. On top of that, we need to put our lantern. So there we go. And then next to that, we'll put our 2 carpenter's beds. Dang, an enemy. I still haven't figured out what to decorate these with, but, you know. So a lot of the, like, principal camera angles are from around, like, here, so you can see... If this was, like, 1 block longer, this would be easier if this was, like, better to scale. But, as I say, we can't get proper, like, queen-size beds here. Then you'd have the luggage here, and you'd be looking at the door over in that direction. I have watched that scene. I've watched basically every scene covering the layout of this one room so much within like the last week, just while the server's been down. But not to worry, we'll get it. We will fix this. We will. Oh, actually, no. This. Then I think that's definitely above. It's on top of something that's next to the bed, and then about here. But then I think all about here as well is the chair. Let's plonk that there. That's close enough for our purposes right this very moment, at least. And then there's a desk that is about over here, I think. Let's just draw this out a bit more. But yeah, one missed call before I forget about that whole thing.
User disconnected from your channel.
One of these days, I swear, I'm just going to uninstall that program. It follows a lot of the standard tropes of Eastern horror. So, the misdirection that happens right near the end, when you realize, oh, it wasn't this thing that was the beast, it was this other thing. And also, now I'm resigned to my fate, because I'm kind of screwed. That happens a lot in Asian horror movies, this sort of sudden reversal. It's like in Western movies, a lot of the time what will happen is you'll have this, like, oh, we've finally purified the whole, we've purified the cemetery, or whatever, and therefore the evil has been vanquished, and he will never again return to torment this casually carefree, like, summer camp kind of area. And then right after the credits, or right before the credits, there'll be, like, the evil laughter of the monster because he's not actually dead. Asian cinema does that a lot as well. Bear in mind, of course, there's a lot of breeding between the two. Unfortunately, it's a lot more the wrong way, but, you know. But with Asian cinema, it's very much not a he will come back, like, in the next movie. It's, no, he's actually still here, and he's actually about to mess me up. It's like, that's what Asian cinema does. I'm trying to figure out how we can make space for this. Let's move these over. like a block, so about there. Doesn't give us as much space for the actual window, but this is a motel. You get what you pay for, and nobody comes here. So what you get for what you pay for is basically the entire thing. Okay, we need to bring this around, I think. And oh, we might have to build this even further across, actually, just so that we don't have these right up next to the bathroom. And let's move this back another step. There we go. Plonk it about there, and like that. It's a bit of a bulky solution to get the chest of drawers, but we kind of just have to deal with that. And I really need a much bigger desk, it seems. There is actually like a small closet here with like no door to it, but we're gonna have to deal. But that's sort of what we're looking at currently. Let me stick a door. So say, would it be about there? That's not too bad. And there'd be a window here, like looking in through there. So like the walkway this way. And then like a door or two this way is where Bates has his office. But let me see. One toilet for the disposal of evidence. One bath for the dying in. And let me just stick our shower head about there. Oh, that's way too low. But that may also be our only option. I have my particles turned off. Hang on, let me turn that back on. I usually keep them off, because you know why. Yeah, exactly. That reason why. Thank you, Night Vision, for reminding us. And I don't think we can actually do anything with this bath, but that's fine. So, yeah. I have to make this like 3 blocks tall all around, which is fine. We can do that. That's easy. So that is what we're currently looking at for our vision of a room at the Bates Motel. And as near as I understand it, or as near as I can guess, it will just replicate this across and it'll be fine. But your homework for this episode is Suicide Club. Suicide Club, released 2002 by director Sion Sono. This is actually Japanese, although it is an independent Japanese film, so, you know, that's something. And, yeah, turn off. Which is an unusual one. More or less every movie I recommend from Asia comes from, like, Tartan Asian cinema, which isn't... it's not the end-all be-all, but it's a big releaser of it in Europe and West and whatnot. Has a cult following, which seems to be the case with basically any horror movie that was released independently. Somebody asked me for trigger warnings on these kind of movies, so I have actually gone through and checked it out for this, and there are 3 major content warnings that I need to give regarding this particular movie. So, for Sion Sono's 2002 movie Suicide Club, the content warnings are for suicide, as one might expect, body horror, as you will find out exactly why if you watch it, and rape, which I will not in the slightest bit explain, for obvious reasons. But other than that, go ahead and watch it, give it a look, and I have one last little order of business just before I finish up here. See, we have, I am proud to announce, a new member of the family. So, I made a spell to, like, let him come along and visit. So, everybody, meet Rudy! Hello, Rudy. How are you? Are you feeling well? Yeah, he doesn't get out much, so he enjoys playing in the grass. Although I do have to keep on a little bit of a short leash. Rudy? Rudy! Do you know how long it takes to clean these up, young man? Seriously, like, I'm gonna be wailing at that for like half an hour. Honestly, kids today are completely unruly. Anyways, I shall catch you all next time.